Hi guys, now today we will study about Kirchhoff's second law. Alright, because in previous class we have a study about Kirchhoff's first law. So there is Kirchhoff's second law. Here let me clear that this second law is also called Kirchhoff's voltage law, Kirchhoff's loop law, and Kirchhoff's mesh law. Like previous one, it is also called by 4 different names. Okay, but in this law, what we study? In this law, we will study about this one, about voltage drop in different component of an electrical circuit. But which kind of this circuit? So in this circuit, your circuit will be just like a loop. Okay, so in your complex circuit, how you can measure this voltage drop in different electronic components. Alright, so you see here this loop and this mesh voltage, otherwise everything is same. So the algebraic sum of potential drop between different components, electronic components, of a loop or in a loop is equal to 0. Alright, that means simply you have to take a loop. For example, here I am just taking a loop with there. You are seeing here that there is a loop in which different electronic components are there. Okay, you suppose A, B, C and D. Okay, so in this loop A, B, C, D, A, we have to find potential drop, that is potential difference between this one and this one. So you just suppose that the EMF of this one is, you just suppose this one is V1, this one is R1, this one is V2 and this one is V3. Alright, so V2, this one is R2, and suppose I current be flowing either in this direction from here to there, just suppose in this direction I1, and here is you suppose in this direction the same current be flowing, you just suppose, or whatever. So I am just taking that the same current be flowing. Alright, and then we have to find potential drop. So how? So according to definition, the algebraic sum of potential drop between different electronic components of a loop or in a loop is equal to 0, that means simply Vi is equal to 0, where I is equal to, here is also this one is equal to 1 to n, because in this loop only one component be there be also possible. Okay, so this one is there. So now from this circuit, here you have to write that in loop A, B, C, D, A. So this one is your complete loop. So what you see that I1 current is flowing in this anti-clockwise direction. So here you have to also take two rules. Two rules are there also, just like Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, so first of all, let me clear about the rule. So rule 1 is, this one is for your potential. So there is a potential in this cell, and if its potential be V, and whatever the direction of current in this EMF, either from left to right or from right to left, that is in this direction, otherwise from here to there. So if you suppose this terminal be A and this terminal be B, now you have to find potential difference, that is potential drop in this EMF, and you're going from left to right, that means you're going from A to B. Alright, so what would be the potential drop in this EMF? So this one is very simple, because this terminal is at higher potential and this terminal is at lower potential. So here you have to consider, whenever you will enter from higher to lower, so you have to take potential drop that would be positive. Alright, so VAB, that would be positive V. Alright, this one is your first rule. And now your second rule. Second rule is for your resistor in this loop. Alright, so according to your second rule, just second rule be here. See, second rule. According to this rule, now you're suppose entering in this resistor, and this one is at terminal A, this terminal is at B, and if current be flowing from A to B, I, its resistance be R. Alright, so the potential drop in this resistor, that is VAB, that would be according to the direction of current. If you are going in the direction of current, so the potential drop that would be positive. If you are going opposite to the direction of current, then potential drop in that resistor that would be negative. Alright, so now here you are going in this direction, that is A to B. So VAB, that would be positive, and that is equal to IR. But if your current in opposite direction, see here, terminal A and this one is terminal B. If current is flowing in this direction, I, then how much be? VAB. Now you are going A to B, that is from here to there, current is flowing from B to A. So your potential drop in this resistor R, that would be minus IR. So this one is rule. Alright. Same in this rule 1, there is no effect of current of in this potential drop of EMF. You suppose that your EMF be connected like that, AB, and in this EMF if current is flowing in this direction, so there is no effect on your result. That means your VAB, that would be same, because you are going from higher to lower potential, so that would be always positive. Yeah, that would be affected when you will change your direction. Now suppose you are going from B to A, like that. If you want to go from B to A in this diagram, so you are going B to A, that means you are entering from lower potential to higher potential, so at that time that would be negative. Same same thing be here also. If you want to find VBA, so now here you are entering from lower potential to higher potential, so at that time it would be negative, otherwise positive. Alright, so you have to use this rule in the solving of this circuit diagram. Alright, so now I am just going to follow this rule. Otherwise, whatever I said, you can take reverse. So reverse is also true, but whenever you will take reverse in this section, then you have to take reverse in this section also. Alright, okay. So see, in loop A, B, C, D, A, now you are going from here to there, first of all. That is from higher to lower potential. Alright, that means your V1, that is positive. Okay, again you are entering from at this point to B. What about the current? So your current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. That means your current is flowing from B to A, you are entering A to B. That means the potential drop in this resistor R1, that would be negative, and that is equal to IR1. Now in same manner you are entering here C to this branch, higher to lower potential, that is positive to negative, so you have to take V2 as a positive potential drop in this EMF. Again you are entering from this terminal to D, so here you have to see the direction of current. So your direction of current I1 is in this direction. Actually same current be flowing if it is I2. So for this resistor here you have to take I2 R1. Alright, okay. So this one is I1 be flowing in this resistor. So here you have to take minus I1 R2. Okay, and that is equal to 0. So you can see here V1 plus V2 is positive. You just take both of them in other direction. So this one is I2 R1 plus I1 R2. That would be positive after going on other direction. Okay, so this one is your result. So by using this concept you can resolve. Alright, now here you can take an example. Okay, so just like an example, you can see here a simple circuit diagram with there. Just like you just suppose that you have an EMF be there. From this EMF a resistor be connected. Here there is a resistor be there. Okay, and then now you suppose this one is 1 ohm and this one is suppose 2 volt, one more, suppose this one is 4 volt one resistor be there, one EMF be there, and I just take one resistor be there, and then again one more resistor be there. Okay, yeah. So you just change its direction. So 2, 4, you just suppose this one is 6 volt, 1 ohm, this one is also 1 ohm, 2 ohm, and this one is 2 ohm. So this one is a very simple circuit, and then we have to find current in the circuit, because we have magnitude of resistors and potentials. Okay, that is AMF. Simply what you have to see, first of all, you need to choose this node, because now to solve this question you have to apply both of the laws. Okay, so here you have to apply both of the laws. So how you can implement? Now you are seeing in this section, this one is a node. You suppose node 1 be there, otherwise you can take node B, otherwise you just take from here that A, B, C, D, E, and now F. So you are seeing here that there is two loop, first loop and this one is second loop. So to resolve this you have to take two loops at least. So just seeing here that this one is negative, this one is positive, this one is positive, this one is negative, and here is positive and negative. So we just consider about the direction of current. So suppose current be coming here, by this one is current is also coming here, and then because this one is coming, so this one is just take outgoing current here. Alright, this one is the direction of current. You just suppose this one is I1, this one is I2, and this one is I3. Okay, so what we have to do? Find I1, I2 and I3. Suppose you have to find this one. Alright, so simply you take in loop A, B, E, F, A, A, B, E, F, A. You have to take this loop. So in this loop A, B, E, F, A, you are seeing that 1, 2, 3, 4 components be there. Okay, what about the direction of current? Current is flowing from here in this direction, from here also in this direction, that is in this direction. So I3 current be there, I1 current be there. So you just consider this one. So at this place there is I1R, so R be 1, and you are going in the direction of current, so that would be positive, so that is 1 into I1, so simply it's a I1. Okay, now from B to E you entering in the EMF, no need of direction of current, so you are going negative to positive. So how much be? This one is 4, so this one is minus 4. Now again here you are going in the direction of current, so the amount of resistor, that is this one is 1 ohm and the current is I1, so IR, that is plus I1, and that is equal to 0. No, one more EMF be there. You are again entering from negative to positive, so this one is minus 2 and that is equal to 0. So what you are seeing from here, that I1, this one is 2I1 minus 4 and minus 2, this one is minus 6 is equal to 0. Now cancel this one by 3, so your I1 is equal to 3 ampere. So you have got one result. Okay, again you have to take second loop. So second loop is you have taken this one in clockwise. You can take this one either in clock or anti-clockwise, whatever. So you're seeing according to the direction of current, so you just take this one is anti-clockwise direction. So now from here you just take in loop in any direction. Your loop could be in any direction. So in loop B C D E B. Okay, so this one is B C D E B. What you are seeing, after going from B to C, so you are going opposite to the direction of current, so that would be negative. So 2I2, potential drop in this resistor minus 2I2. Now here from higher to lower, so that would be positive, and this one is 6, so plus 6. Now here you are going D to E, opposite to the direction of current, so 2I2. Alright, so this one is minus 2I2. Again you are entering in this EMF higher to lower, so that would be positive, and this one is 4, so 4 and this is equal to 0. Alright, so see, this one is positive and this one is positive, so 6 plus 4, 10, and this one both are negative, minus 4I2, and that is equal to 0. You can cancel this by 2 by 5. Alright, so your I2, that is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, so 5 by 2, that is 2.5 ampere. So now you have got here your second result. So you have got I1, I2. Now again you have to find I3. So use node law. Okay, so here you have applied simply KVL, and here is also KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now apply KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, that is first law, at node where? So at node B. So what you are seeing, according to this first law, all incoming current is positive, outgoing is negative. That means I1, I2 be positive. So from here I1 plus I2 is positive, and outgoing is your I3. This one is negative, that is equal to 0. That means your I3 is equal to I1 plus I2. And now from the previous equation, just put the value. So I1 is your 3 ampere and I2 is your 2.5 ampere. That means I3 be how much? 3 to 5. So it's a 5.5 ampere, and this one is your next result. So you can see here simply that you have applied both of the laws of Kirchhoff's. Alright, so just you can see here and be applied and use.